line for our drinks. Awesome. Great. We're going to dive right back in, guys. With our next reader, we have Shakuntala Rajagopal. Dr. Shakuntala Rajagopal, affectionately known as Dr. Shaku, was born in Kerala, South India, and came to the United States in her early 20s. After a long and distinguished career in pathology and laboratory medicine, she retired to be an active grandmother while pursuing her passions of writing, painting, and gardening. Her first novel, Radha, which I have right here, was published in November 2007, and she also has Song of the Mountains, which she has over there if you'd like to talk to her afterwards about them. Please do. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Shaku.
Thanks. Get this. Yeah, Shaku's my height.
There you go.
So you know where to
I
put
know
it.
how it goes, yes.
Thank you, Amanda. I also want to mention that the Song of the Mountains, my pilgrimage to Ma Ganga, was about a trip to the Himalayas. It was a healing trip to the temples, and that won a CIPA award of the Colorado Publishing Association last year.
Oh, nice.
I came here 53 years ago from Trivandrum, a sleepy seaside town in South India. I remember a character in a short story who stopped all arguments, standing tall in the full height of 5'6" and declaring, "En uppaparkar aanendarnu." My grandfather owned an elephant. That effectively quietened the crowd every time. His story trumped all others that day. My Amuma owned a Morris Minor car. My daughter Amuma owned a Morris Minor car when I was 10 years old. My Amuma was my mother's mother, a practicing physician at Women and Children's Hospital in Trivandrum. Amuma gave us all the physical comforts we needed. A beautiful home, exquisite silks to wear, jewels galore. We needed for nothing. But then there were certain things in life she deemed unnecessary. My father, her son-in-law, would tell her repeatedly, "You need to buy a car. It is time that you went to the hospital and to your temple visits in a decent car of your own." No, she protested. "The hospital is close enough to walk to. To the temple, I can always take a cab. For any other trips, Annachi, my patient, who owned a car, will send me his car anytime I ask. That's all we need." She was quite vehement about that. I can still remember going to kindergarten at the Holy Angels Convent School in a bullock cart in 1945. At 5 years old, I thought the morning ride in a bullock cart was a great adventure. 2 bullocks were yoked to a cart with 2 large wooden wheels and an arched thatched roof. The floor of the bullock cart, which was mainly used to transport grain and vegetables to the market at other times, was lined by a layer of hay to make it less hard for my 2 older cousins and me. A jute bag was spread over the hay in a futile attempt to screen out the dust from getting on our clothes. The bumpy ride over gravel roads ruined by heavy rains did not bother me much, and the horns of the few cars on the roads were exciting. I was busy looking at the nodding heads of the bullocks and the colored ropes and tinkling bells tied to their bulky necks. But such entertainment did not last long. At the end of the first week, my Amuma decided it was not proper for her Punnimol, her golden granddaughter, to arrive at a school smelling of hay. Even worse, I was told later, she could hardly wait to give me a bath once I got home from school. Now that I think of it, I'm sure Amuma decided it was not worth the extra soap and water expended to get the smell of hay out of my thick, curly hair every evening. She was frugal but pragmatic. The bullock cart rides only lasted 1 week. From then on, we started riding a horse and buggy to school and back. That I liked. Seated high, I could see a lot more of the road and the world. The swaying of the carriage to the rhythm of the clickety-clack of the horses was exciting. The inside of the carriage even had a regular cotton floral lining, and the wooden seats had leather cushions, albeit thin ones. 2 years later, when I was in second grade, my cousins, both girls much older than me, transferred to a different school. My Kochanya, the little sister, also started school, and that is when the horse and buggy ride was dismissed. We started taking the convent school bus for our daily transport. 3 years went by. One more sister of mine joined us at Holy Angels Convent School. There she sits. My little sister. The bills from the convent bus were adding up. 3 of us needed the bus rides. Also, my aunt, a lecturer at the university close to our school, was taking a cab every day. My mama decided that it was healthier for her pocketbook if we had our own car. There were lengthy discussions of buying a used car, one of those huge old Ford cars that had wing tips at the rear. Why they decided on a Morris Minor, I do not remember. I do remember that the only color choices were black or white. The decision was unanimous. Black it was. My mama even took this pony more on her trip to Maracay Motors to order the car. The Maracay Motors is still there last month when I was in Toronto. Then came the wait. I don't remember how long, but it seemed like eternity to a 10-year-old waiting for the car to arrive. The nice people at the car dealer promised to let us know as soon as it arrived. Now started the process of finding a driver. That is what we called a chauffeur for the car. No one in the family could drive a car. None was expected to. So many qualified drivers were interviewed. I asked my mom, why was it so complicated? All he needs to know is to drive a car, right? So why all this fuss? To take your precious ones all over the place, we need someone who is more than just able to drive. We have to have a family man and one that we can trust. That is what mom said. Thus it was that Krishnapilla Chetan, our driver, came to be an important member of our household even before the car arrived. The day came when the car was ready to be picked up. Dressed up in our finery, my sister and I accompanied my mama to go get the car. A shiny black Morris Minor, and the new leather smell was delightful. We were enchanted. Our very own car. Our first trip in that car was to the Ganesha temple, Lord Ganesha, who is the god who has an elephant head and who gets rid of obstacles, ensuring success in any endeavors. 7 coconuts were cracked in front of Lord Ganesha to propitiate the Lord. We received the prasadam, or blessed offerings from the temple, which included flowers, bananas, and sandalwood paste used for the prayer services. The new car received a chandanakuri, a mark on her front panel with the blessed sandalwood paste, yellow mark on the new dash. The entire trip had the feel of having been to an Aratu procession or a Purim, 2 different festivals in town that we enjoyed going to. Years later, as a young struggling resident physician in this country, there were many occasions when I could not get things I wanted and many plans were thwarted or dreams postponed due to lack of funds or lack of time. At those times, I would say to myself, my Amuma had a Morris Minor. I too can make wishes come true. Even if we have to wait a while, all our dreams can come true. Yes, that is what I still believe. And yes, I do proudly declare, my daughter Amuma did own a Morris Minor car.